Hi there folks, Riyadh and Yahya here from tabletopminis.com and welcome to another weekly roundup. So in this show we just basically go over the rumours and news for the week, and at the end we kind of show you what we've been painting over the last week and a little bit of what we're going to be painting over the next week. So we'll start off by going through Age of Sigmar, then 40k, maybe Forge World, and some general news, and then we'll go into the painting section. So let's start with Age of Sigmar. So it's quite a quiet week.
Not much this week.
Yeah, but quite quiet. We had the Death Alliance book out today, so that was on pre-orders last week. That was the only thing, and we don't have any pre-orders for this week coming, so fairly quiet, I guess. The Death Alliance, as we said last week, you know, it's just basically a compendium of war scrolls. It's only £10, which is probably the cheapest book Games Workshop's released for quite a while, but yeah, it's, you know, all the information in there is freely available anyway, but it's quite useful, I guess, as a Death player to just have a small book with all your war scrolls there. So it has 8 different factions within it, kind of similar to the Chaos Battle Tome, you know, where they're splitting the Grand Alliances into all these little sections, and yeah, so that's pretty good. Interesting to note that they cut out the Tomb Kings. It's funny how they don't give any reasons on it. They just say, please note this book contains no information on Tomb Kings. So, why didn't they say, well, yeah, Tomb Kings are no longer part of Age of Sigmar? Well, I guess no, they are really, because you've got the free war scroll.
Yeah, they're just not continuing it.
Yeah, they're just not continuing the models. So you know, they're sold out pretty much now as well. Yeah. I'm surprised at how quickly all the Tomb Kings got bought up. There's a couple of items left, but there's not much.
Skeleton horses, you can still buy them. Yeah,
and I think the Necro Sphinx, but yeah, most things are sold out. So on the last chance to buy, we've got Chaos and Death or you know, Tomb Kings, and there's not many items that's actually left. So. Yeah, quite interesting how I thought they would have took a while longer for them to get rid of all the stock that they have, but yeah, I think, you know, people are saying on other shows on YouTube that, you know, on eBay these Tomb Kings are going on for like crazy prices.
People want to finish off the Tomb Kings army.
Yeah, I think I'd probably reiterate what them guys were saying, that, you know, you don't really need to rush out and buy them, especially at inflated prices. I think a lot of people maybe bought the last chance to buy models thinking that they can sell them on eBay for more.
Maybe, yeah.
So, you know, don't feed the kind of the secondary market, like bump up all the prices. And you know, Tomb Kings, it's never been that popular an army, I don't think. So and especially now that it's not really supported, or the model line's not supported, I'm sure you'll pick up some deals if you just wait a little while. So. Sure. That's pretty much it for from the Age of Sigmar front. So next we will move on to just some general Games Workshop news. So they came out with this competition the other day.
Was it 2,600 euros?
Well, that's what Fate was saying, but it's actually more than that. Like, if you look on the Games Workshop website, the competition is anytime from I think it starts on the 20th of February till the 27th of March. If you spend £50 or more in a Games Workshop store, it has to be in a store, not online. Yeah, direct, or does it say? Oh no, you can do it through the web store as well. So if you spend £50 or more with Games Workshop, you get entered into this draw. And the prize is amazing. So there's 7 prizes, and I think they're going to be randomly drawn. And the price includes, there's 3 sections to the prize. So you get basically a hobby bundle, you get a scenery bundle, and on top of that you get £2,000 worth of miniatures. So
that keep you busy
huge.
For a while.
Like, I had a look at what's in the hobby bundle is basically a whole load of things, from every single paint and paintbrush in the Games Workshop's line, as well as all the hobby stuff, you know, the files, the clippers, the project box, cutting mat, mold line remover, all that stuff. You then get a scenery bundle, which is like a Warhammer Age of Sigmar scenery set, which is worth like £400, and on top of that you get A Realm of Battle Ultima Quadrant, which is like 40k or Horus Heresy set. That's worth about £500. So already that is like, that's like £1,500 or so in total roundabout there. And then on top of that, you get up to £2,000 worth of miniatures.
Crazy.
So you're talking about like £3,500 roundabout there worth of models. You know, that's about $5,000 worth of models. So that is a crazy amount of prize. Off a prize, but you know there's only 7 of them. So if you imagine how many orders are going to go into Games Workshop,
they'll get their money back.
It's 5 weeks that before they draw.
Get their money back.
So they will get their money back for sure, because you know it doesn't cost them £2,000 obviously to make £2,000 worth of models. So for them, it's not really the cost isn't really too great. But if you're one of them winners, that has got to be like the prize of like winning the lottery. So that's really cool. But one thing that I don't really like though is the fact that, and I know Games Workshop's huge on this, is they want you to spend money to do things. So like, you'll find in a lot of Games Workshop stores, a lot of the campaigns they run, a lot of the the competitions they run, it all revolves around you spending money. So it's like, start buying this, spend this amount, but I mean, I guess, they are in it for the business, so you can't really complain too much, but it would have been nice if there was maybe, it didn't seem quite so money grabbing in a way. Like I read an article from, I think it was it from Rick Priestley the other week, and he was talking about how Games Workshop over the years, they've gone from where the studio was the design studio was the main core of Games Workshop, and sales was just like a little part of it, to the control of the company moving towards the sales. And now a lot of the power is within the sales team, and the design studio have been kind of undermined in a way, which I think is a bit of a shame. But there's a lot of change going on in Games Workshop, so not too much complaints. So that's really cool, that competition. And if you're one of the 7 lucky winners, then I'm sure we'll probably spend more than 50 quid in that month. Maybe we'll. How awesome would that be, huh? Yeah. We could do an unboxing of.
We've got already a lot to pin. Like
that would be the mother load, though, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? 2 complete scenery sets, 2,000 quid worth of miniatures, and a whole new paint set and everything. Wow. Okay, so on to the main chunk of the news for this week then, and that is Warhammer 40,000. So, on Warhammer 40,000 front, this week we have start collecting Ork sets come out. That's really cool for 40k. Yeah, War Boss Grux Boss Mob with his little troopers. That's £32.50. So that's really good. I'm really interested in actually starting a 40k Orks army.
That War Boss there, he kind of looks similar to the old one that
he does. I actually thought they just repacked him, but
looks similar, not too much of a change.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. I mean, the start collecting an Ork set for £50. Let's see what you get. So included in it is a Pain Boy, 5 Knobs and an Ammo Runt, 11 Boys, a Death Dread, and an exclusive Orks formation rules sheet. So that's really cool. I especially like it, when underpowered armies like Orks and stuff like that, when they get new formation sheets and stuff like that, because Games Workshop's, the newer stuff is just so much stronger than the older stuff. And for an army like Orks, which really need all the help they can get, having these new formations and stuff is really good. It helps to bring them into more in line with the kind of balance of the meta and stuff. So, and we also have these 2 books. So we've got Farsight Enclaves, a Codex Tau Empire supplement, and we also have Wagazkal Codex Ork supplement. So the Farsight Enclaves, I believe that includes the Mont-Ka rules. So that's for £20, and it's 80 pages. It has several formations from Cayon and Mont-Ka, along with Farsight Enclave's tactical objectives, warlord traits, and signature systems. And then there's some missions in there and some other stuff, if you're a Tau player. And then there's the Gaskell, Wagazkal supplement, which I think it has it's £20 as well. I think it has 3 new formations. So that'll be really cool to get a look at what they are.
You've been thinking of starting an Orc
Yeah,
army,
I have been, definitely. I was looking actually at the Age of Sigmar, start collecting Orks box set, and then I was thinking, if I do Orcs, should I do Age of Sigmar or 40k? And we've already got quite a lot of armies for Age of Sigmar, and I've still
your undead army,
and I've still got the undead to paint. So next up on the 40k front, I think would be Orcs for me, because of flavor. And they look like a really fun army to play. And if there's some formations in here that make them more competitive as well, then that could be a lot of fun. So that's out on pre-order as well. What else do we have on the... We've also got these Supremacy Tactical Objectives cards. So the idea with these is they're objectives that are more difficult to achieve, but if you achieve them, the payoff is more rewarding. So that's quite cool. I think we'll probably get them just to make the games a little more interesting. And some transfer sheets, the Tau Empire Coalition Command, and some other bundles there for Tau and Orks. So that's pretty cool. What else do we have? Do we have anything new on the Last Chance to Buy? No, so Last Chance to Buy is the same as last week. The Broodlord, Shadow Force Slack, and Infiltration Cadre Burning Dawn. So that's it from the 40k side. Next, if we move on to Forge World, there's not too much this week. Book 6 has come out, which is actually quite a big deal. So that'll be really good for the people that have just received that to read. And we've also got from Mechanicum, we've got the Dometer Battle Automata and the Maniple.
Cool.
So they're really cool. For Horus Heresy, we've got Salamanders and World Eaters, but I think if we were to get some more variety into our 30k games, I think Mechanicum's probably the next army I would start. And it'd be really cool if, like I did Mechanicum and you did Solar Auxilia or something. Because we wouldn't want too many Space Marine legions.
True.
It might be okay to have 1 or 2 more. Like Blood Angels for me would be quite. If Sanguinius comes out, then that's probably a definite for me. But
for me, it would be with Space Wolves.
Space Wolves.
Yeah. Especially, the new Lehman Russ is coming out next, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Remember you seen the picture of them
yeah, that's right.
them?
On the Forge World Weekender, Lehman Russ is the next Primarch.
Yeah.
They didn't finalize the face on him, but the model, the pose looked great. Cool. Yeah, just like all the other Primarchs, they're amazing sculpts and they look really good. And what else do we have? So, there's a big talk about the Deathwatch box set. So this is likely to be coming up on pre-orders next week, I believe.
The models are really cool.
Yeah, Deathwatch Overkill. So this has got the Deathwatch in it, and it's also got the Genestealer Cult, and I believe it's $165, so that's about £110. So it's quite expensive for a standalone box set. But we also do have images of what the miniatures are like.
There's a game in it as well, right?
Yeah,
it's like a board game.
It's like Assassinorum Execution Force or standalone game, but you can take the models and use them in 40k. So they look really, really interesting. Like the Deathwatch is basically the elite Space Marines. Like they say, what is it? 1 in 100 normal men can be a Space Marine, but 1 in 100 Space Marines can be a Deathwatch or something like that. So they're basically like the cream of the crop veterans. And the miniatures, there's a lot of flavor to all the miniatures, and they look really, really good. So there's also some pictures of the Genestealers out, so the Patriarch and all the rest of the stuff. So from the Gene Cult, we have a Patriarch, we have a Magus with Staff and Auto Pistol, a Genestealer Primus with Claw, Bonesword, and Needler Pistol, 2 Genestealer Familiars, 2 Pure Strain Genestealers, 4 Aberrants with Power Hammers and Picks, 12 first or second generation hybrids with auto pistols, claws, or knives, 6 third generation with 4 autoguns and 2 grenade launchers, 8 fourth generation hybrids with autoguns, and 2 hybrids with mining lasers. So the models for them look really, really cool. I think we're probably going to get that straight away, because it's Yeah, it looks like it could be a lot of fun, and I think the models for the Deathwatch anyway, and a few of the the Genestealer cult are really cool. So
they've got the first Blood Ravens model as well in it. The Blood Ravens were from the video game, but they were never in the the model wise. There was no models for Blood Ravens before.
Oh, okay.
The librarian, what's his name, Johannes or something like that.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
really cool.
So that's pretty cool. And what else do we have? So I guess that's pretty much it for the week. Also, there was an Awakened Realms Kickstarter that came up over the week with their gaming terrain. So we've got a video on that if you want to check it out. Some really cool tactical objectives. And that is pretty much it. So let's show you what we've been painting, and then that'll conclude the video. So what have I been painting this week? Well, I've been doing a whole load of Eldar. So I managed to get Guardians done. So that's like 30 Guardians with these heavy weapon support. And I also did the first War Walker, although I think I'm going to redo the base grassy for him along with other War Walkers, just to fit the theme of the army, or the same basing as the army. And I've done 3 of these Vol support batteries. So there's a little bit more work to be done on them with the gems, but they're near enough complete. And I also spent a little bit of time on the Wraith Knight. So I redone his base, and I also added some more detail to him. And I did kind of like a stippling effect, blue, and then ard coated his head. So I think he looks a lot better than he used to, and also did a few transfers on the bits and bobs. Yeah, so the plan for the next week, I'm not entirely sure, but likely finish off the other 2 War Walkers and possibly get onto the Undead or the Blood Angels. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. And from you, I guess
I finished Aryak. He's completely finished now.
Yeah, he's really cool. I really like the way you've painted the Space Wolf's armor on him. Yeah, he's a really good model.
Yeah. And I've been working on the Harald Deathwolf and the Land Raider here. They're still work in progress.
Okay, yeah, I liked you followed the guide, didn't you, from Duncan on the wolf there. What's it called? Warhammer TV's painting tutorial.
Duncan's tutorial,
for that wolf. I really liked how he's come out.
Yeah,
I think once you get the unit of sort of 7 of them with the Wolf Lord together, they're going to look really good.
Yeah.
But maybe with the snow.
It's not finished. It's still like a work in progress.
Yeah.
And then I've been working on the Land Raider here as well, Space Wolf Land Raider.
Yeah, so
still quite a bit to do on that, but it's coming along.
Yeah, we've had that in battle reports previously, but there was a lot of detailing still to be done on it.
Yeah, I basically repainted it completely.
Okay. And that's pretty much it. I guess you don't really have a plan over the next week, or is it just finish off the Land Raider?
Yeah, just to get them done, really. Yeah, and then start on the other
Thunderwolf Cav. So that's pretty much it from this week's weekly roundup, and we'll see you again soon.
See ya.